Well. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Thank you for tuning in to Locker Talk Podcast, where you guys can find out about NFL stars of tomorrow today. I'm your host, Barry Bonds, founder and CEO of Locker-Report.com. And you guys, please go to the site. Check the site out where you see some great NFL content that you will not see anywhere. Guaranteed. Follow me on all my social handles on Twitter, at Locker_Report. On Instagram, Locker Report 100, all small caps. On Facebook, LockerReport.com, and also check out the podcast on Facebook with Locker Talk. And come on, guys, y'all should know the do right now, right? What you mean? What? You still don't know? Well, shucks, let me help you. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Locker Talk Podcast right now, where you guys can see this show and find out some good information on the NFL that you'll not see anyway. Your guys should have been subscribed by now. But if you're your first time checking it out, make sure you click on it. I guarantee you guys will be pleased with some good NFL content that you will not see anywhere. All right, folks, here we go. Talking about the players from the NFL Regional Combine platform. What a great year this 2021 NFL season. Some great plays. Guys stepped up, did a wonderful job this year, something to be proud about. And we're going to wrap up what happened in the finale with what some great play from the players from the NFL Regional Combine. And we're going to jump right into it. I guess and it's so many players this year have really showcased a lot of great things. And it's always great to see players who did not get a lot of playing time during the season, but still got an opportunity to get on the field and show out. And we're going to jump right into Philadelphia Eagles running back Jason Huntley. Jason Huntley came through the process as he was one of the listers on the NFL Regional Combine, on the NFL Regional Combine list in the 2020 season. Now, none of the players, there was no workout, so the players' names that were on the list, these players actually had an opportunity to be able to still get their name registered in front of NFL teams and clubs. And this list was used to help with, I would say, the draft situation when it came down to finding talent, finding players. So this listing did help out. And Jason Huntley was one of those players. He did get drafted in the 5th round by the Detroit Lions. Unfortunately, he didn't get a chance to play a down for the Detroit Lions in 2020. They wound up putting him on waivers. The Philadelphia Eagles had claimed him off waivers. He did play in 5 games that season, 5 yards total for 19 yards throughout the entire season. That's when you saw him get put on the practice squad. He was on the practice squad all year round, all year long. And he finally got his opportunity when he was actually promoted to the active roster in week 17. Did not play, but week 18, he really got out there to really show what he can do. Yes, we had some players that was out because it was the last game of the season. A lot of them did not have to play. However, opportunity come in a lot of fashion, and whenever time opportunity comes, you take advantage of it. In this game, Jason Huntley looked really sharp out there. I mean, let's look at the way how he moved, gliding, showing a lot of balance, a lot of control. The Dallas Cowboys didn't know what was coming in that game. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys won, but Jason Huntley definitely showed what he can do on the next level. A solid game in that matchup. He wound up in that matchup off of 13 carries, 51 yards, and on special teams with 3 kickoffs, he had total 84 yards returned. So Jason Huntley definitely had a solid showing in this matchup. We'll talk a little bit more about this young man as we talk about the playoffs as the Eagles prepare to take on the reigning Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Solid game by that young man. Now, we know with the Tennessee Titans, we've been talking about Nick Westbrook-Ikhine all season long, and this young man, I'm telling you, he is a factor. Now the thing is, when you have injuries to Julio Jones and then A.J. Brown, now the best part about it, it created opportunity for Westbrook-Ikhine to really show what he can do. With these players being out, he really showed out what he was able to do for this team if being relied on. On 3rd down situations all season long, he has been huge. Time and time again, he had always came through on 3rd down situations. As a matter of fact, out his 476 receiving yards, 194 yards came off of 3rd down situations, and out of that situation, he converted 14 of those. Out of those plays, he converted 14 first downs from the receptions that he had during that time in converting those 3rd downs. So he came in really big for the Houston Texans all season long. Also, the best thing about him was that he always found his way into the end zone. Westbrook-Akina scored his 4th touchdown of the season when these guys had went up against the Houston Texans to close out the season. He actually helped the team secure the top seed of the AFC as he led the team in receptions for 4 and receiving yards for 78. So Westbrook-Akina clearly is someone to deal with heading into this playoff that opponents have to account for. Now, not only would they have a solid running game, and not only they deep with 2 solid wide receivers, but they are 3 deep, and he's one of the reasons why. So we definitely want to give a shout out to Westbrook-Akina. Get your rest, young man. The Houston Texans are going to need you on this run as you guys try to get to the Super Bowl. Now, we're talking about, Keenan Cole for the New York Jets all season, how he did not get a touchdown. Now, he should have had that touchdown in week 8 when they played the Cincinnati Bengals. You can see right here, clearly he was in, but it was ruled incomplete. This was a fantastic catch. One of the best non-catches all season long that didn't count, basically. But this was definitely up there with one of the better catches in the season. But it did not count. It was not a touchdown. So all season long, you have kept hearing me say, he's going to get a touchdown. He's going to get a touchdown. The cap this season, yes, against the Buffalo Bills, he finally got his touchdown this season. Yes, he finally crossed the goal line, had 3 receptions for 54 yards in this Bills game. Didn't have the big stats season coming in there, signed a 1-year deal with the New York Jets, but he's still a solid wide receiver. Definitely wish the best for Keenan Cole as he moved forward. Also, wrapping up this season with a Washington football team, Cole Holcomb. Cole Holcomb closed out the season as the leader for the Washington football team for tackles. He actually finished the season with 142 tackles. He actually capped the season against the Giants with 11, but that 142 tackles definitely was a record. Not just a personal record for him, but for the NFL Regional Combine platform in itself. Yes, he set the record in his rookie year in 2019 with 105 last year. Terrell Adams, now with the San Francisco 49ers, then was with the Houston Texans. He finished the season with 125. Cole Holcomb took the record back, and he finished the season a career high, season single high of 142 tackles. Set a record for the platform. Good job,
Cole Holcomb.
Solid season this year. Looking forward to solid things for you in the Washington football team moving forward in 2022 season. Yes, and also to wrap up, Tyler Huntley for the Baltimore Ravens. He did finish the season against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Had an opportunity to actually get to the playoffs, but off of 31 attempts, he completed 16 of those passes for 151 yards and 2 interceptions. Sam Franklin, linebacker for the Carolina Panthers, he finished the finale with 5 tackles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Miami Dolphins cornerback Nick Needham amassed 2 tackles. Now, folks, that was the finale. For more about this episode, go to Lock and Talk Podcast on YouTube and subscribe.